Why did this happen? What have we gotten ourselves into? I devoted 2 years to optimizing that blasted Madeline. I even immersed myself into it to confirm its path to the emergency shelter. So why? What's the matter, milady? I can't help but feel disgusted at myself. Milady, there's absolutely no reason to feel that way. When I was a child, Father always told me stories about the Outer Pole and the people who lived there. Father always made it sound like it was worlds away, so much that I thought mannerless lands were a myth. But after what the proprietor just told us, I just can't help but feel disgusted at myself for feeling the fortunate for having been born in Rosenheim. Fortunate for never having experienced the hardships of a living life without the convenience of Minecraft. That's the first thing I felt too. Not empathy for the people or the desire to help, but how fortunate I was to be born ignorant of their suffering. I'm so selfish, Retona. So selfish it makes me sick to my stomach. Ignorance is bliss, they say, but how can I rule Rosenheim if I'm this blind to the suffering that goes on beyond our walls? You cannot expect to feel helpless if you've never been subjected to an experience that would evoke helplessness. Even if we possess the capacity to help these people, we have to set our priorities straight. Supplying them with mana to ensure their survival is not one of them. Everything is this distraction until we return to Rosenheim, milady. I know, Rituna, but I can't shake this feeling of self-loathing. You know, Rituna, milady, the world isn't so small after all. Indeed. To be honest, I couldn't help but feel the same, milady. Excuse me? Huh? I'm sorry if I surprised you. I bit my tongue. I didn't mean to scare you. Well, sure got my pulse up. I couldn't sense her presence before she spoke up. How did she do it? I know this will sound weird coming from a stranger, but if you don't mind me asking, are you two visiting from another place? Oh no, they're looking at me funny. They totally think I'm a creeper. Gosh, what are my manners? My name is... Your name is? My name's Ruin. Again, I'm sorry if I scared you. You think you two could forgive me if I took you both on a tour of the city? Wait a second, your name is Ruin? No. Sorry about the starter, but it's just Ruin. I know, I'm just teasing. I suppose teasing someone for stuttering is still humorous to Selphine. I know it's a real odd request to make of strangers, but there's something about you two that I just can't wrap my tongue around. Wait, that came out wrong. What is wrong with this girl? Well, we'd love to take you up on your offer. You obviously have an ulterior motive concealed under the guise of charity. What are you really after? I'm not after anything, really. You make it sound like I'm gonna entrap you and rob you of your gallows or something. Actually, that's a lie. I admit that I do have a little bit of an ulterior motive. I'm just cementing the image of a creeper in your eyes with everything I say, aren't I? That, and you've admitted to actually having an ulterior motive for guiding us around. You've got it all wrong. It's nothing that'll hurt you or anything. I just thought I'd share some background about Kadia City on our little tour, getting you both familiarized with the locale and whatnot. Before dressing you down with who and where and stuff, I kinda just want you two to open up to me. That's your ulterior motive? Well, oh no, they think I'm a freak. I was way off better being thought of as a creeper. Blink. I don't know how to blink. Just to clarify, I'm not usually this clumsy with my words, usually. My mind and my mouth are just having an awful off day, so I'd appreciate if you both could stop staring at me with those looks of intense pity. They really sting, okay? Sure, but could you just hang on for just a second? Sure! We should take her up on her offer, Retona. We need a guide and she seems tame enough. I concur on the lack of malintent, but there's a subtle lack of everything in general. I can't sense anything from her. No happiness, no anger, no sadness. Nothing. What do you propose, milady? I say we take her up on her offer, but because really, we still need a guide. Besides, we have to find our sediment stones before anything else. Very well. However, if she initiates a suspicious line of inquiries that's too intrusive, we agree to leave her company. Does that include our names too? Realistically speaking, I don't think using pseudonyms would be feasible, especially if we fail to respond to them. We should use our first names and make no mention of our surnames. Agreed. Is everything okay? Do you two need more time? Oh, sorry about that, Rune. It's Rune, right? Yes, it is, but I'd really appreciate it if you didn't say it aloud so much. I mean, it's really a silly name, isn't it? I don't think it is. But if you don't want us to call you by Rune, then what name would you prefer? Please just call me Rune. Then it's Zelda Rune. It is. Oh my god. Milady, we've heard that joke already. Come on, Rune, let's get the tour started. Sure thing. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me at any time. She has such a stunning smile, and she looks so elegant too. I wonder if we're the same age. Oh, so it's quiet now. I find her stuttering cute. I don't know about you guys, but it's cute. As far as I'm doing the voice, I don't know. I don't think you'll find that cute. Your name's Selphine. Wow, that's such a pretty sounding name. Thank you, Rune. To be honest, I've always been quite fond of it, so please say it as much as you like. I never knew outsiders had such pretty names. So, what's your name? My name is Retona. I apologize for glaring at you earlier. It was quite rude of me. I shouldn't have reacted as I did. But please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I got what I deserved. Selphie's friend's really pretty too. What's the matter, Rune? It's nothing. I was just taken aback by how beautiful you both are. Hello? Super Creeper? Stop saying stuff that'll make them feel uncomfortable around you. Thank you for the compliment, but I think you're quite beautiful yourself, Rune. More so than myself. Oh, more so than myself. No way! There's no way I'm more beautiful than you. Miss Sophie, no way, no how. Don't be silly, Rune. She's very beautiful, isn't she, Retona? But personally, I would prefer it if you didn't put me on the spot. Well, I'm still on the spot. I should mention that we're in need of a few things, Miss Rune. Oh. Alright, you were looking for something you couldn't find in that pawn shop, right? Wait, you were at the pawn shop that we just left? Well, yes. Yes, I was. I overheard your conversation with the owner. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but there was nobody else around at the time, and I thought it wouldn't hurt to tune in a little. I really can't sense anything problematic from her. She's so expressive, but this hollow emptiness of hers troubles me. So, what exactly are you two looking for? If you can describe it, I can help you find it. Oh, certainly. We're in need of a few supplies for the long trek back to our homeland. We need a map, canteens, a sufficient supply of water, cured meat. Wow, you need all that just to get back home, huh? Well, you're in luck because I know where to get all that stuff. We'll stop by a few shops that carry the best of the best. Let's go! But we need sediment stones and clothing first. Retona, what are you waiting for? Hurry up before you get left behind. What? They're leaving without me. Well, they always do that, so... I can't believe we got all the supplies we needed. And we kept well within our budget. We have more than 300 gallows left to spend. You got it all in discount because you're with me. Believe it or not, the people around here treat me unusually well. So if there's anything else you needed, just let me know and they'll take care of it for us at a discount. Are you sure, Ruin? You're not busy with anything today? Not at all. In fact, this is my day off from work, so the timing couldn't be any better. Besides, I was the one who wanted to take you two out for a tour of the city. I think we should have the supplies covered. Is there anything else we need, Retona? Yes, there is. What's missing? The two things that still require our immediate attention. Oh, we haven't covered the sediment stones are located in the boutique for clothes. At least we've narrowed it down. Rune? Yes, Miss Retona. Are there any shops in the city that sell sediment stones? Sediment stones? We're going to need them from now more than ever, given the lack of mana lines within the crust of this continent. Well, I don't know where they sell them, but I'm not sure they'd sell those just to anybody, even if you are with me. Sure, I know the person who sells them, but he's still very selective. I mean, they do fetch for a pretty high price. That won't be an issue. Just tell me where to find the store and we'll handle the rest. Retona's right, Rin. You've helped us so much already, but I can't help but feel awful. It feels like all we've done is take advantage of you. If that's how you really feel, then I suppose I'll have to take you both there myself. Good day to you all. What a sight for sore eyes. Oh wait, I gotta give this guy a voice. Let's see. I think we'll just give him a normal voice right now, because I don't know if it's a dude or a girl. So yeah. Good day to you all. What a sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen such a beautiful trio in years. Good day to you. Good day to you, Missy. What can I do for you on this fine afternoon? Well, I need to speak to the owner of the establishment. You do? Do you? As much as I love to oblige you, I must ask about any inquiries involving the owner. Oh, well, you know. Whatever needed discussing, Ruins chose not to share her reasoning. Rather, she whispered in the clerk's ear. And suddenly... Master Zivitz! Have mercy, please. I'll get that good-for-nothing right this second. The clerk paled, jerking his head away from Ruin, and dashed back into the storeroom. I apologize for the hold-up. If that's good-for-nothing clerk of mine was being sassy to you in any way, But please, that won't be necessary. He wasn't sassy in the least. He was very loyal and receptive, if anything. I thought that Master Zivitz would have at least given us prior notice of arrival. If he had, I would have. Aren't you Master Zivitz? The owner's gaze appeared to scan every inch of Ruin's face deeply. Oh, I'm here because he needs something specific. Specific? Did Master Zivitz send you here to conduct a surprise inspection for something specific? What is wrong with this man? He's gone off on a tangent with the utterance of a single word. I'm not here to do anything like that. Accuse, deny, repeat. Does it have an end? I understand now. You two are the ones who have business with me. We apologize for causing this confusing chain of events, but we really do require your assistance. No apologies necessary, miss. Why any friends of Master Zivitz is a friend of mine, and all my friends are fellow merchants, so are so you are too. God, I'm doing horrible. I am so sorry. Merchants? Us? Oh, right, Mr. Tona. You were looking for 2 class 4 cuts of sediment stones, correct? You need 2 sediment stones, do you? Very well. I believe I have the desired class 4 cuts of sediment stones somewhere in storage. They're also been evaluated at a fair price against the current market value. You, go have the guard release a Glock on storage unit A. Understood. While we wait for him to retrieve the sediment stones, why don't you 3 join me in my personal lounge? Your personal lounge? Please, I must insist that you all be treated to an experience of leisure and relaxation within my establishment. It's the least I can do. Okay then. Ritona, is it me, or does it feel like a simple errand just turned into a complicated chore? Yeah. Man, you're about to go relax in a lounge. How does that become a chore? Right, guys? Am I right? Jeez. I do apologize for the relatively long wait. You'll find the finest cuts of class 4 sediments in this case. Oh wow, they look pretty actually. I thought it may be your benefit if I brought out cuts of class 1 and on too. They each have their own separate cases. Do take your time. So, thank you, sir. These are beautiful, very well-crafted cases, but it's hard to believe they're so valuable. What do you mean? What do you think of these stones, Mr. Tona? I don't believe this. I can't tell or determine their class, or even if they're sediment stones, with my diminished mana-dowsing abilities. Sediment describes 2 subtypes of stones used by mana-crafters. One is normally impervious stones which have slowly siphoned trace amounts of mana from underground. These are called natural sediments. Natural sediments appear no different from common stones, but are capable of siphoning all subtypes of mana, including purified mana. The other is an augmented variant on natural sediment stones which store and replenish mana. They hold certain values of specific mana subtypes, which makes them ideal for casting Minecraft. Thus, they are referred to as crafter sediments. When Minecrafters refer to sediment stones, they usually mean the latter. The classes of crafter sediment stones refer to the degree of mana purity retention. While they can retain all subjects of mana, a conflict among the other subjects may arise based on the affinity of the natural sediment stone. For example, a well-balanced natural sediment stone that is augmented into a crafter sediment stone will hold pyro mana without conflicting with other mana subtypes. These are class 1 stones. However, low-class stones can pollute their contents, changing the subtype of stored mana, thus making the stone unfit for precision crafting. For example, aqua mana stored in a Terra-aligned stone could become polluted and turn into Terra mana over time. The longer the natural sediment stone is within an aligned mana stream, the greater its affinity with certain mana subtypes, which means that the augmentation process and quality of a natural sediment stone determines its class, also affecting its chance of affinity alteration of stored mana. However, the lower the class of a sediment stone, the more difficult it is for a Minecrafter to utilize. In Rixenheit, class 1 sediment stones are stored to the maximum capacities with purified mana for authentications before distribution. The non-elemental affiliation of purified mana proves useful in this aspect, as any affinity alteration will immediately become evident when stored into a sediment stone. This is the standard practice for identifying the quality and cuts of sediment stones. This case containing class 1 sediment stones are the easiest to identify, as the purified mana stored within emits a translucent glow to the naked eye. However, these class 1 sediment stones display a slight tinge of affinity alteration. I would have designated these as class 2 sediment stones. Enough of the hypothetical prattle. I am not the proprietor here. but I can't help but feel as if these clumps of dirt do nothing but soil the fine linen interior of the cases which contain them. It's comedic, in fact. It's almost as if this proprietor had the local children fill these fine cases with every stone and dirt clump they could find. The only discernible sediment stone in Class 3 sediment stone. This appears to be the only true Class 3 sediment stone amongst the rest of this rubble. You have a keen eye for quality, young lady. I would expect nothing less from an acquaintance of Master Zivit's. This is definitely a Class 3 sediment stone, and yet there's something peculiar about the cut of it. The basic augmentation process, which transforms a natural sediment stone into a crafter's sediment stone, adds protective properties which prevent seepage. Augmenters always incorporate a seal of some sort into their sediment stones as the final step, but this particular stone doesn't appear to have that standard seal. Yet no seepage is occurring either. Wow, Miss Rotona, color me impressed. I didn't know you could tell sediment stones apart just by looking at them. Well, I suppose I can, but to a certain degree. Sir, what is the price of these cut? Oh, the price? How silly of me. Here it is. Beg pardon? So many numbers. Is that what they call highway robbery? I don't really think it's called highway robbery because we're in the store for one, and I don't think there was really highways back then. Oh my god. You think so, Miss Sophie? It's actually the standard asking price for Class 3 sediment stones. Again, I do feel that these sediment stones have been fairly evaluated and priced. The pawn shop proprietor wasn't speaking in jest. He really can't afford to carry anything around with this absurd of an asking price. This Class 2 sediment stone is just like. The lack of a standard seal is evident here too. And on the Class 3 and Class 4, what kind of augmentation process did these undergo? Is there something amiss, young lady? Well, I'm just at a loss for words to describe the strange treatment these sediment stones underwent. How should I explain it? I'm not sure. I fully understand why. Why these sediment stones lack the standard seals from the augmentation process. Why are they so complex? Without the standard seal, weak as they are, crafter sediment stones cannot store any mana subtype. Some augmenters intentionally incorporate conventional seals, but I don't think that's the case here. May I presume that the young lady is very invested in these sediment stones? Miss Sylvine? These are the newest prototype sediment stones created from the latest compressor available on the market. The mana compression rate is double that of anything commercially available, making them ideal when you need to store mana on the go. And it's Class 3. I understand your concerns regarding the complexities of these particular seals. However, lower price means lower cut quality, making it more difficult to remove the seal. Mind you, these prototypes were designed with normal Cadians in mind. Why should we be bound by their standard seals? Young lady, you wouldn't be using the sediment stone for anything other than sheer amusement with any conventional compressor, would you? Of course not. What's the matter? Could you tell me what a compressor is? I beg your pardon? A compressor is a device that siphons mana from the mana stream and stores them within these very sediment stones. Device? You're telling me these devices created the unusual seals on all these sediment stones? Why yes, these devices did indeed. Then sediment stones weren't imbued with the purified mana of mana characters. Rotona! Oh my. Gosh, Miss Selfie, you never told me Miss Rotona was a comedian. Sure. Ha 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 ha. That was a really good joke indeed. I couldn't even tell it was a joke. Your deadpan is flawless. Why, my humble establishment has no need for crafter sediment stones. The price could be astronomical. And you know what they say about Minecraft these days, their depravity knows no limit. I couldn't agree with you more. I never thought that the master has such comedic acquaintances. Without your interjection, I'm afraid I would have taken the joke seriously. What master is he referring to? Oh no! Ah! I forgot we had another errand to run. What? But Miss Rune, what about our transaction? I'm so sorry about this. This isn't one errand we can't afford to skip over. Have a good day. Good? Just a moment, Miss Rune. Oh, are we about to get in trouble? What was all that about, Rune? That's the second time you scared me half to death today. I apologize for the unplanned escape, but the proprietor was starting to see through Mr. Tuna's facade. Excuse me? Oh, it's nothing, Miss Delphine. I just have a tendency to think out loud on too many occasions. But surely there must have been a better method to conclude the transaction without interrupting it entirely. That proprietor may never meet with us again. I suppose that's a possibility. I'm sorry, Ms. Rintona. I've never been at handling that sort of situation. So essentially, you're inflexible when it comes to conveying messages. You are the most peculiar person I've ever met. I can only hope that you mean it in a positive way. I still can't believe how inexpensive a single-class SEDIMENT is. We couldn't afford it even with the money we started with. Well, I suppose I could have. I apologize, Mr. Fiend. I should have asked how much they were charging for a SEDIMENT stone before you went to retrieve them. Please don't be sorry, Rune. It's not your fault that we couldn't afford them. If anything, we owe you for helping guide us around Cadia all day. Milady is correct. I understand why you did what you did, and we are grateful for your assistance thus far. Yes, but that doesn't help you with your SEDIMENT stone problem. You might not be able to get them here with the standard asking price being what it is. The proprietor's prices are actually at Cadia's current market value for SEDIMENT stones. Are you certain of this? Please say no. In that case, I can only hope that Selphie and I never become separated. SEDIMENT stones aside, I have a very important question for you, Rune. Yes? Do you suppose some sort of celebrity status here in Cadia? I can't help but notice that everywhere we go, everybody seems to know your name. Really? Indeed, everyone we've encountered thus far has regarded you with incredible respect from the moment they see you. Are you some sort of royalty, Rune? Of course not. It's just my line of work in Cadia is pretty particular, and unfortunately I can't really share the details. The people we run into so far just happen to know about the nature of my work. That's all. So it's private, but everyone knows and treats you unusually well. Do you work at a brothel? Ugh. You've got it all wrong, Miss Delphine. How did you even come to that conclusion? Well, you said it's a peculiar job, right? That's the only conclusion that can be reached. Miss Rintona, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm choking on my own saliva. Oh my god. That's so stupid. You came to that conclusion with that one word? I think you're taking a little too literally, Miss Delphine. It doesn't matter what her job is. It's late now. That reminds me, you wanted to know more about life on the outside, right, Rune? Milady, you wouldn't. But we're not shopping for your supplies yet. Oh, but we're not done shopping for your supplies yet. We'll skip the SEDIMENT stores for now and head to a boutique next before dinner. We can talk all about the outside during dinner. That is, of course, if you'd like to dine with us tonight, Rune. We'd love to have her for dinner, right, Rintona? Have her for dinner, milady? Are you serious? I'd love to, but I wouldn't want to impose any more than I already have. Impose? Impose. You kept your end of the bargain, so we'll keep ours. That's what friends do for each other. What? Come on, you two. Let's get going to a boutique. What? Understood, milady. friends? Are we gonna be her very first friends? That would be so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It's getting pretty good. It's getting, it's getting there, Getting cuter. Now we just met a new friend named Ruin. She's kind of a little stutter bug, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this game is going good pretty far, so... But I gotta stop right here, guys. It's getting a little bit too long, and I don't want to make this video too long for you guys, because I don't want you guys to get bored or anything. So yeah, yeah, this game is getting pretty good. Hopefully it picks up some more, and maybe we'll see some more action like it did in the beginning, because that was amazing. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next videos. Later, guys.